So you're thinking about buying a new construction home in the Phoenix, Arizona area. In today's video, I'm going to share 12 things you must know before even stepping foot in a model home. And number 10 may surprise you. Hey y'all, I'm Heidi Littleton, a realtor here in Phoenix, Arizona. Let's dive in. Because we have such a low resale inventory, I've seen a big uptick of buyers moving towards new construction homes. Add to that some of the great builder incentives like low rates. It's definitely looking even better than resale. In fact, I even saw one builder offering rates as low as 5.25%. So what do you need to know about new construction before deciding to take that road? Number 1, read the fine print about the incentives. Sometimes these really good incentives are only for certain homes. For example, I recently went to a new community and they shared that they were giving $20,000 incentives. Great. And offering all appliances in a completed backyard. However, this was only on one specific spec home. Another was offering a great low rate, but it was only with a really high credit score, and it varied if you were doing FHA or conventional. So it's super important to understand the fine print before getting too excited. Number 2, do your research before going with the builder's lender. Most builders will offer some sort of incentive, usually closing costs, if you go with their preferred in-house lender. Sounds like a great deal, right? Well, the devil is in the details. Sometimes you will find that these lenders have higher fees and rates than other lenders. What I recommend doing is getting a disclosure statement from the builder's lender and one from one of your own and compare the two. This will help you determine if that credit the builder is offering is actually worth it. Number 3, so speaking of the lender, let's chat about rates, as that is a question I get often. When will I lock in my rate? With new construction, you typically don't lock in your rate until about 4 weeks prior to closing. This could be a good thing right now because the build times are around 6 to 12 months. And let's be honest, we are all hopeful that rates will be lower by then. If you are buying a spec or what we call a quick move-in home, you will lock your rate either right away or in the next couple of months, depending on when that home will be ready. Number 4, design centers, my favorite topic. We all love those beautiful model homes, but boy, do they come at a cost. One of the things I do when visiting model homes with clients is always ask the sales rep, how much are the upgrades in this home? The number is always shocking. So that $10,000 in design credit the builder is offering can go in an instant. For example, just upgrading flooring can start at $7,000 or more. Plus, some of the features aren't even an available upgrade. Those fun wainscoting walls we are seeing as a trend right now, usually not an upgrade option. You will need to hire someone on your own to actually do that. The other thing to know about design centers is that's where the builders make their money, and most items have actually been marked up a bit. That's where having a trusted agent comes in handy. My rule of thumb is this: never upgrade more than 10 to 12% of the base price of a home. Anything beyond that and your home will be over upgraded and may not appraise. One of the benefits to having an agent like me represent you is I can help clients determine if something is worth upgrading at the design center or doing it on their own. For example, fans. Man, the cost of fans at the design centers are insane. My recommendation is to get the pre-wire outlet for a fan, but go to places like Home Depot or Lowe's, pick out a fan you love, and have an electrician come and install them all. You will save lots of money this way. Number 5, one of the hidden costs that many buyers don't think about going into new construction is lot premiums. This is a markup by the builder for the dirt your home will be built on. I have seen these range from $1,000 to $25,000. Typically, you see the higher premiums on corner lots, larger lots, ones that don't have neighbors on a side, or ones that have views. A surprising fact, the lot premium is actually considered part of your total design center cost. So that can eat away at that budget. This is one area I found can be negotiated away with the right agent. Number 6, waiting can cost you. I'm all about buyers taking their time to make a decision. It's actually what I like about our current market versus the frenzy market we've had the past couple of years. However, I do like to let clients know that it can cost them waiting too long. Builders raise their prices every 3 to 5 homes they sell. I've seen this cost range from $3,000 to $5,000 or more. So while it's important to take the time you need to make an informed decision, just make sure it's not costing you too much money. Number 7, it is near impossible to get your earnest money back. Builder contracts are written to make it extremely hard to get your earnest money back. Make sure you ask questions during the contract review about when you can potentially get your money back if an emergency were to occur. Number 8, speaking of earnest money on a new construction home is typically higher than that of a resale home. I've seen this range from $5,000 to $15,000 or more depending on the home, builder, and the type of financing that you are using. This is why it is so important to know how and if you can get it back if an emergency were to occur. Number 9, while build times have improved since the pandemic and the debauchery that happened with the supply chain, build times can still vary quite a bit. Some builders have shortened the time to 6 to 9 months by ordering everything up front, while others are still in that 9 to 12 month time frame. One builder I chatted with actually had build times depending on if you were doing a 1 or a 2-story home. My rule of thumb is if you are even thinking a tiny bit about going new construction, start at least a year before you are ready. This will give you time to check out different communities and builders before choosing which direction you're going to go. Number 10, I often get people say they want to buy the model home. I mean, it's gorgeous, right? Here's my 2 cents on why you shouldn't buy that home. The lowest base price of a community will be right when they are open or are pre-selling. Typically, for every 3 to 5 homes sold in a community, the builder will raise the prices. So by buying that model or one of the final closeout homes, you are buying at the highest price for that community. If you buy at the beginning or in the middle, you will be building equity with each of those prices increases. I've had many clients close on their home with $50,000 or more of equity, all because they bought in the earlier stages, and this is without having to do a single thing but watch their house be built. Number 11, inspections are just as important in new construction as they are in resale, if not more. According to the National Association of Home Builders, more than 3,000 components are used in the construction of a home. That's a lot of parts and opportunities for something to go wrong. Then add in the number of different contractors working on the home. With new construction, there are multiple inspections you can get at different stages of the build. You have pre-slab, framing, and final inspection. You will also have your new home orientation, or the blue tape, about a week or 2 before actually closing. You'd be surprised some of the things I've seen, like no insulation in the attic, an AC unit installed backwards. You had one job. Getting those inspections can save you a lot of headaches down the road. Number 12, having an experienced agent can help you with a smoother process. Remember, all the contracts and the sales reps are there for the builder. You need someone that is solely there to protect you and be there to guide you along the way. I've seen and heard some insane horror stories of builders taking advantage of unrepresented buyers. Don't let this be you. And having an agent represent you costs you nothing. If you have any questions about whether new construction is right for you, go ahead and book a chat with me. All of my contact info is below. And be sure to check out my other videos about new construction and the buying process, as well as new home community tours. Until next time, happy house hunting.